Coming up next, a big part of summer, we'll take a look at wiffle ball and a special tri-state championship. From a well-deserved work break, Dennis Jansen returns to talk summer games.
And looking so rested and tan.
It's amazing what 72 hours of total relaxation can do to you. You know, speaking of relaxation, it was a nightly ritual when you couldn't come up with a hardball, that is. It seems someone could always scrounge up 25 cents for a wiffle ball. And until you'd literally beaten the thing into pieces, which might take a day or two, you could dazzle the opposition with your curveball, your hopper, or the in-shoot, the mainstays of any reputable wiffle ball pitcher. And it's consoling to realize that the plastic pill is still providing people with summer fun. As we hear in today's edition of the Frisch's Kroger Summer Games, here's Dee Lynham.
Wiffle ball is the name of the game on Marcy Lane in Milford. So much so, Chris Will and company hold an annual event for the sport and make a whole day of it. They call it the Leaky Classic.
We've been doing it for 9 years. We started in 1987, Memorial Day weekend. We were all home from college and needed something to do, and we found a wiffle ball bat in my garage, and we took it from there. It started out with about 20 people, and now we got about 60 guys playing. We start off with a home run derby at 9 o'clock, bright and early, try and get them up out of bed. And at 10 o'clock, we have the opening ceremony. Then we start the games off.
So let the games begin. The home run derby, well, that produced a lot of long balls. There was a dunking booth standing by for the players to practice on their throwing game or just to have fun dunking the donkey. Fans ate up the food and music, and then the real business got underway with a 2-and-out wiffle ball tournament.
It's dog eat dog. This is serious business. This is standard backyard baseball, as I call it, just like Ma used to hate. We run the bases, throw the ball at the runner to get him out, pitcher's mound's out, you got to play it out of the trees, and all those standard good rules.
Rules or no rules, it didn't seem to affect Jeff Cooper from the Cannonballs. He took one deep for a grand slam. This was just a taste of the action that kept this wiffle ball group going all day long. The awards were plentiful, the fun never ended, and for all that, Chris Will, you get our Summer Games gold medal, an award made possible by Frisch's, Kroger, and Channel 9. At the Leaky Classic in Milford, Dee Lynham, Channel 9 Sports.
And of course, everyone celebrated with adult beverages.
It was some of your favorites, I'm sure. We'll be right back.
Summer game ideas never seem to end. This week, we take you to Milford for the annual wiffle ball tournament called the Leaky Classic. On Marcy Lane, coordinator Chris Will and the gang get together every year to make a day of fun, sun, and backyard wiffle ball. Their all-star day begins with a home run opening ceremonies, and then they get to the real business, wiffle ball. Chris, for bringing the wiffle ballers out for an alternative device to America's favorite pastime, you get our Summer Games gold, all made possible by Frisch's, Kroger, and of course, your dear, dear friends here at Channel 9.
We hope so, anyway.
Wacky, crazy, and good time summer games. Don't panic. Tell us about your summer games.
It's dog eat dog.
The chosen few are featured on Channel 9 and receive a cool medal.
Bragging rights big time. I mean, it's big time.
Catch all the Summer Games action Thursdays on 9 News at 5:30. It's brought to you by Kroger, Riverside Ford, and Channel 9.
For watching. Coming up next on 9 News at 5:30, some very upset patients tonight, wondering who their doctors will be now that Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is dropping 25 specialists from its list. And in our Money Saver report, how to get cheaper airfares when you fly out of Cincinnati. In Around the House, find out why hydrangeas are called the queen of the flowering shrubs. And in sports, ever hear of the Leaky Classic? It's our summer game played by some overaged kids. All next. You think of wiffle ball and you probably think of little kids, right? But a group of big kids is about to change your mind with their fun summer game in sports.
Look at them go, but first we'll check on traffic this evening. I just love the creative ways that people play sports in this town.
That's right. You know, wiffle ball, though, that kind of brings back summer memories,
You
too.
played wiffle ball, didn't you?
Oh, everybody plays wiffle ball.
Indeed they do, and they still do. The old perforated plastic pill that's perpetually perplexed platesman is prominent on today's platter. It's the Now You See It, There It Went whimsy of wiffle ball that's being served up as today's summer game. Here's our Catherine Nero with more.
This isn't just another party or a backyard barbecue. It's the annual Leaky Classic Wiffle Ball Tournament.
There's the home run derby. There's the food, the drink, the fun, the madness, all the stuff that goes along with it.
This group of Milford wiffle ballers, like Tim Ramos, started the tradition 12 years ago. And the way his friend Leaky tells it, they had just one goal in mind.
This is about getting back to quote-unquote glory day of remembering when we was carefree and cut loose, or footloose, I should say. Getting back to just having fun is what it's all about.
Now the Leaky Classic is as professional as any other tournament. There are trophies, standard equipment, a scoreboard, and a few rules to follow. And speaking of the rules, let's check in with tournament director Chris Will.
This is serious backyard wiffle ball like you used to play when you were a kid. You throw the ball at runners to get them out, you run the bases, pitcher's mound's out, you play the ball out of the trees.
You pick your team. You have to have 5 guys. You have to have a catcher, a pitcher, and 3 outfielders.
All the great rules. None of this home run derby stuff.
Now, with all the basics out of the way, it's down to business. For some, hitting hard and long like the big leaguers was their style. Others found a lot of green. Some just found a lot of air. And just like every little boy, getting dirty in a game like this is definitely a priority. Now the games take up most of the day, and it's a one-and-out tournament, so you better look alive early or you'll be watching a lot of wiffle ball later. Some teams are stacked better than others, and it's not just friendly when it comes to putting your team together.
Tim and I, for whatever reasons, did not end up on the same team 5 years ago. And then what happened is that Tim's team was really good. They became the first legitimate wiffle ball dynasty, winning 3 years in a row.
We've done a little bit of the victory stuff, so we know what it's about, and we're here to do it again.
And if you try to find out who the best player on the field is?
That would be me.
Oh, that would be me. I've seen the best. Frank Sinatra, Carl Yastrzemski, I'm the best.
Well, at least they're honest. And they were also honest about how much fun their summer game of wiffle ball is for everyone. So Leaky, Chris, and Tim not only collected gold wiffle balls, they also collected our summer games gold. In Milford, Catherine Nero, Channel 9 Sports.
Those are snazzy trophies.
Pretty swanky. Sparing no expense.
All right, thanks.